It's a long and winding road. Well, hello everybody. It's been a while, and here we are now. It feels like a long time since I've talked to many of you as we've navigated this long and winding road this past year. Some of you know, I moved down here to the cabin I built in Lake Isabella over the last couple of years from Santa Cruz this past year. So around the 1st of July, I loaded up and moved down south here to the Kern River Valley. And it's been a trip. The first month, July, it was the hottest July on record. So I went from foggy 60-degree weather to day after day over 100 degrees. And I like dry heat, but it was a test. It was tapas, as we say sometimes in the practice, like trial by fire. But fire came in August, and I got an 80,000 acre fire just in those mountains behind me that came down within a mile or so of the cabin here. And it was a tough time. I had friends that had lost their home, and people pulling together, though. That was the important thing. And got through that. September, I finally sold my house in Santa Cruz, and things started to find a groove with my work. Both planting seeds here for doing what I'm doing with the architectural drawings and helping people with plans and permits, and handing over my business in Santa Cruz to my foreman, Forrest, who's going to do a great job running the construction crews there. So getting to a place where I'm calling this place home, it's been little by little and not always easy. You know, I miss friends back in Santa Cruz, and at the same time making new friends here, getting involved in new things aligned with new causes. And that's the way to do it in a new town, in a new environment, to, you know, put my hand out there and sometimes just say, how can I help? And I think that's pretty important. Some of the fun projects that I've gotten involved in started out earlier this past year. There was a 90-year-old barn that used to be on the original rodeo grounds in town in Lake Isabella, the McNally rodeo grounds. And this was a barn that was set to be demolished in the name of progress. And a few people got together and said, hey, why can't we disassemble this and rebuild it up at a place where it can live and thrive? So I got involved in that. I'm doing architectural plans so we can keep it all in the up and up with the building department. And it's a great way to meet new people and like-minded people and align with a good cause. So we're blessed here in the Kern River Valley with such a rich heritage, with beginning with the Native Americans that lived here, the Tubatulabal tribe. That's people who gather pine nuts. Tubatulabal and the Kauai Sioux lived here for many, many hundreds or thousands of years. And their presence is still felt. They still live here. And many beautiful relics of them living here in the past, petroglyphs and grinding holes and the rich history that they left. We're blessed to have a wonderful Native American center, the Nui Kuni Native American Center, and that's been around for about 20 years, advancing the cause and the history and the stories that we're so blessed to have here in the Kern River Valley. One of my jams has always been gold panning and the rich gold mining history here. After the mother lode started panning out, people moved down here in the 1850s and began both panning in the river and hard rock mining, and there's evidence of that. The old cabins, the old mills, and the old mines are still here. And I've got a couple of gold claims on the lower Kern myself, and love going out and getting my hands in the earth and my feet in the water and really connecting and finding a little gold too. So one of the other things, like I said, that brought me here and makes living here such a joy is the hot springs along the Kern River, the lower Kern River. There's Miracle Hot Springs and Remington Hot Springs and others. And it's such a blessing, man, to sink into that womb-like warmth. Sometimes by myself, sometimes with others. And there's just usually a good camaraderie of people at the hot springs. And so many cool places up in the mountains and in the valleys around here. The geologic history, going rock hounding and finding crystals and opals and tourmalines and cool stuff that could, entertain me for the rest of my life. I love that stuff. And one of the things I've really am dialing into, and I am learning a little bit about, is the native plants, and that's really important to me. What I do with the land that I'm on, and appreciating the land around me, is the plants that are here naturally. I've started planting my own and growing from seed, and also nurturing little sprouts to add a little more green on the land here. And it's fascinating and fun to learn why something grows here and what its medicinal properties are, and herbal and cooking properties, and starting to really get into that. And of course, there's music. These first 6 months have been about establishing roots here. So music has kind of taken a back burner, but I find myself increasingly gravitating and resonating with a real rootsy Americana style of music, and starting to write some of that stuff and getting to meet musicians here around the valley, and who knows where that will lead. Meanwhile, in my own personal practice, I get to do my mantras and play my harmonium, do my practice privately, and also we're blessed to have a meditation group here that meets once a week, and wonderful people, and just a powerful gathering. And I'm blessed to have that here in this little valley. So I'm wishing you all well, good health, and staying connected on this long and winding road. Thanks for listening. Wishing you all a wonderful 2022.